Welcome back to From Trash to Treasure. Today we are going to take you along as we transform a junky old Ford Aerostar into a sweet little camper van. This project has been in the works for a while now, and we're really excited to share it with you. So let's dive right in. We found this old Ford Aerostar van in an online marketplace for a really good price. Even though the body had some rust spots, the price was worth it alone because of the size of the van. But it did need some major TLC. After we bought it, we took it to our garage, where we began to gut it. The previous owners had already removed most of the seats, and the rest came out easily enough. We also pulled up the carpeting, which was absolutely soaked, mildewy, and stunk like dog. If this thing spent any more time in that condition, the smell would have permeated the whole van, and we didn't want that lingering as we worked. So we thought it best just to get rid of it. After that, it was time to tackle the walls, headliner, and floors. All of the surfaces were covered in grime, dirt, dander, and mildew. So we decided to do a deep clean first, before ripping everything out. We hosed down every inch of the van with a mixture of dish soap and warm water. My dad then buffed away years of grime, leaving the surfaces looking almost brand new. The whole process took a couple of hours, but it was well worth it. Once everything dried, it was time to remove the trim, insulation, and panels. Some of the wood had started to soften due to moisture, so we tossed that and replaced it with new boards. The walls and ceiling looked bare without the trim, so my dad cut some 1x2 boards to the appropriate lengths. After staining and sealing them, they were ready to be nailed into place. In order for this project to go smoothly, we knew we had to insulate the van. Not only would it keep us warm in the winter months, but it would also help block noise and give us a surface to mount things onto. We opted to use un-inch thick panels made from a closed cell foam. They're lightweight, have an R value of 6.5 per inch, and don't absorb water. To cut them, we used a sharp utility knife. Then we applied spray adhesive and stuck them to the walls, floor, and ceiling. Once the glue dried, we cut and installed plywood to give the foam panels a protective surface and a finished look. This gave us a nice smooth surface to work with. Before moving forward, we needed to install the windows. They fit perfectly and brought a ton of natural light into the van. Next, it was time to build the bed frame. We wanted something that would allow us to sit up and move around easily, so we designed a folding bench that converts into a full queen-size bed. It was fairly easy to put together and only took about 2 hours. For extra storage space, we built boxes that fit perfectly underneath the bed frame. We attached hinges and handles to the outside of the boxes, so we could open them from inside the van. Between the front and the back box, we have plenty of room to store all of our camping gear, clothes, and other essentials. And once the boxes are flipped upside down, they make a nice flat surface to hang a mirror and some pictures. Next up, we created a counter space big enough for a small cooktop and sink. We attached legs to the bottom to give it a finished look and prevent water from pooling under the counter. Since space is limited in a van, we opted for a small 2-burner propane cooktop. We'll use it mainly for boiling water and cooking freeze-dried meals. For more extensive cooking, we'll set up our larger propane stove outside of the van. Right next to the cooktop, we installed a 5-gallon water canister with a small sink and water tap. It's just enough room for a small cutting board, which will give us enough space to prep our food. Above the counter, we put up some simple shelves to hold our dishes, cups, spices, and other utensils. We mounted a small magnetic knife holder beside the door, keeping all of our knives and frequently used kitchen tools within reach. The flooring was pretty bad and wouldn't be suitable for campers, so we cut out the damaged sections and replaced them with new plywood. To make it more durable and comfortable, we secured a layer of 1/2-inch thick foam over top. Then we cut down some remnants of indoor-outdoor carpet to fit the floor. It was an easy way to add some color and cushion to the van. We wanted to keep the build as simple as possible, so we didn't want to hook up to any campsites. That meant we had to find a way to generate electricity. After researching several options, we landed on a 100-watt flexible solar panel. We attached it to the roof using roof rack mounting kits. We ran the wires through the van and connected it to a 100-amp-hour lithium battery. It's enough power to run small items like LED strip lights, fans, and phone charging ports. We decided to cover the windows with a combination of clear window film and blackout roller shades. The window film provides an additional layer of protection and helps prevent glass shards from coming loose if the window is broken. It also adds a tint to the window and improves visibility at night. The blackout shades are great for blocking out light and giving us privacy. They were easy to install and come with a lifetime warranty. So one thing we love about the Ford Aerostar is that it has a high top, giving us a standing room inside. That made adding curtains relatively easy. We cut large pieces of fabric to the height of the van and attached Velcro strips to the top and bottom. On the outside, we stapled the fabric to the window frames. When it's rolled up, the fabric stays neatly in place and doesn't flap around in the wind. Plus, the curtains can be rolled down even when it's raining. We used some leftover plywood scraps to create a small fold-down desk. It's perfect for drinking coffee in the morning or working remotely. Another thing we added to the mix is a small heater. It's safe to use, easy to operate, and heats up the van quickly. Plus, it has a built-in fan that circulates the air, preventing the warm air from escaping and the cold air from settling in. For storage, we put a few milk carton organizers on the wall, which is perfect for holding toiletries, cleaning supplies, and other small items. Beside the bed, we put up a pegboard, which is great for hanging coats, hats, and other frequently used items. Underneath it, we added a shoe organizer that holds all sorts of cleaning supplies. Plus, there are pockets for holding gloves, masks, and paper towels. As you might expect, lighting plays a crucial role in making the interior of the van feel warm and inviting. To achieve this, we installed 3 Govee RGB light bars, each equipped with a camera to customize the colors and brightness. These light bars have revolutionized the way we use artificial lighting, allowing us to tailor the atmosphere inside our van to suit our mood. In addition to the Govee RGB light bars, we've also incorporated smart bulbs from another brand. These bulbs offer a wide range of colors, allowing us to create different color schemes as desired. One of the standout features of these bulbs is their compatibility with voice control, allowing us to adjust the lighting with simple commands. Alright friends, the moment you've been waiting for. Here's the final reveal. We hope you love it as much as we do. It's been a labor of love, but seeing it all come together has been so rewarding. We hope that it inspires you to think outside the box. When it comes to upcycling old vehicles, well folks, that's a wrap on this episode of From Trash to Treasure. We had so much fun giving this old Ford Aerostar a new lease on life and turning it into a cozy camper van. We hope you enjoyed watching the transformation as much as we enjoyed creating it. Remember, one person's trash is another person's treasure. With a little creativity and elbow grease, you can turn an old unwanted item into something truly special. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more exciting episodes. We've got lots of unique upcycling projects in the works, and we queue and wait to share them with you. Until next time, happy treasure hunting.